Yo, 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 good people. Welcome to the HerbMan Show.
Yo, 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 good people. It's your homie HerbMan. And you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. Hey, look, go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. And if you're new to the program, welcome. Go ahead and hit that logo right at the bottom of your screen. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, you guys, so that you never miss what we are bringing to the world. All right, I am your resident herbalist slash holistic healer. I'm your homie HerbMan. All right, and remember, you guys, as always, it is free to like, share, and subscribe. It is your way of letting us know that you are appreciative of the work that we're putting in to get this information to you. All right, so today we're going to talk about a little bit more about immune compromising. Okay, why is it that our immune systems get compromised? What are some of the things that we can look out for? Now, I'm gonna start off by telling you that is why it is very important for you guys to really understand the natal chart and really get one of those natal charts done for yourself. The earliest we can see these tendencies is the quicker we can start to circumvent certain situations that we may be pre-positioned to indulge in just based on our tendencies. Okay, and we have to understand that when you overstress the body or when you underutilize certain things in the body, that can start the road to messing with our immune systems, point blank period. And it can start soon as the baby is born. It actually can start in the mother's womb based on the different types of foods that she's eating, the chemicals that are in the foods, and all of these different byproducts of our industrialized society that can really wreak havoc on our health. And so now when you're talking about these little, viruses and diseases that's floating around that we should be able to really battle and recover from quite quickly, our bodies are being susceptible to the damage that they're bringing. And a lot of it is due to the fact that we're already walking around with compromised immune systems for the most part. Now, let's get into some of the things that happen or some of the reasons why our immune systems can get compromised. Now, when we're talking about this, and we already know the roots of life, the 4-element healing system, that's what your homie HerbMan does. All right, I do the 4-element healing system. Okay, and basically when you're talking about these immune compromisers, right? Remember, I just said they can come in the form of chemicals. Okay, how we grow our food, how we process our food, all that type of stuff. All right, they can also come in the form of malnutrition. Okay, all right, they can also come in the form of medications. Okay, now if you were a baby, okay, coming into this world, and your mother was eating foods heavy laden with chemicals, that was already starting to chip off at your immune system. Okay, if you were eating foods that didn't have quite the nutritional value that you need, and we know that our food does not hold that nutritional density that it's supposed to hold, right? Because we're mass producing this food, and with the chemicals and the additives and the preservatives and just the whole processing mechanism that we do, that we put our foods through, then quite naturally we're starting to get more nutritionally deficient foods. Okay, and when you get these nutrition deficient foods, no matter how much you're eating them, you can still be suffering from malnutrition. That will also compromise your immune system. Okay, now the third one here is really one of the situations that is plaguing a lot of us, because a lot of us, we believe into the medical industry. We believe in these vaccines that we give our children very early on in age. We believe in the processes of our society when it comes to the medical industry and the healthcare industry, and all of the rules and the processes and procedures that they put out there. For the most part, most of us go through that process and we believe in that system, and therefore you're going to get a heavy laden of medications, because really all we do here is prescribe to you different antibiotics, different pills for different things, right? Painkillers, antibiotics, all that type of stuff. And all those medications, because they are robbing Peter to pay Paul, so to speak, they will chip off at your immune system, and now you are immune compromised. Okay, and then we want to add this particular fourth element in. Okay, and this one is going to be pathogens. Okay, and I have one more for you too. So now we have pathogens. Okay, so now we have external sources that are already vying for our bodies. Okay, they're already fighting for position, okay, to try to get in to a warm and cozy body. Okay, all the viruses, all the funguses, and all the bacteria love a warm, cozy environment, and your body is just suitable for what they're looking for. So you got all of the external forces trying to get in. Okay, and this could also, pathogens could also be a reason to compromise your immune system, because it had to be compromised in order for the pathogens to even get in. Okay, but when they get in there, they can do a lot more damage to your immune system. Okay, because you may not know that that's what you're dealing with is pathogens. Okay, now last but not least, you can also have a we're going to say you can also have a dysfunctional organ or organs. All right, you can also have a dysfunctional organ or organs. Now, how will you know if these organs are dysfunctional, especially from birth? How would you know if you really didn't, you know, have a surgery, or if you really didn't have any kind of debilitating type of, debilitating type of injury, or some kind of side effect that comes from this organ being down? You wouldn't know until that thing is all the way down. You just wouldn't know. Again, and it's why it's very important to get your natal charts and get those things soon as the baby come out, right? It's a birth chart. So get the birth chart right along with the birth certificate. And then you can start having a roadmap of how to treat this baby per se, the tendencies. Okay, and then as that child grow up into its own mindset, then it can start utilizing that for themselves. As the, hey, watch your tendencies here, watch your tendencies there. Remember that when you stress, there's more susceptibility that it will stress these organs, stress this organ system. That's why this is very important. You see, because remember I told you that healing is permanent, but it also comes into 4 areas of life to make it permanent. The mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual elements in life all have to be squared up. They all got to be in alignment with one another. And then all of your desires, you can have them. If you want wealth, align yourself and you'll get it. And I'm not saying that the people who do got wealth did align themselves. I'm saying you could do that and you'll get it, right? Because when you align yourself up, everything follows the same agenda. Nothing is going its own way. And a lot of times that's what happens. We can have the idea being created in the brain, but our bodies and our emotions and our spiritual understandings and all the information in these 3 sectors are just not up to par to get the body, to get you physically, body, your life to where your brain desires it to be. And so that's why we got to get all this stuff together. And the more bad lifestyle choices you make, the more it's going to be difficult to reach the pinnacle of the desire that is latent in the brain. Okay, so that's why this is very important. And when you are disconnected in that way, yes, that's going to cause some stress. And if you have a organ, if you got a body organ that you don't know that's defective because of these 3 things right here that's been going on since you were born, right? You know, you've been eating foods heavy laden with chemicals. They ain't never really had a bunch of nutrition in them. You probably been taking some medications for this or that, right? Or you may have been inundated with outside pathogens coming in, right? And now it's affecting this organ. But you wouldn't know that if you don't really get the natal charts reading, so that you can circumvent, you can dodge, you can use that wisdom that you get from this information to be able to circumvent where there are pitfalls in your health. Okay, where there are pitfalls in your health, where there are things that are already there that are saying that these may be your weak spots. And if you don't know that these are your weak spots, you will make them weaker. Okay, you will make them weaker. And what these things do is they basically disrupt our endocrine system. So you're always either high energy or low energy, and there's really no in between. You're either lethargic and don't have anything to give, or you're either too hyped, right? And this is for our ADHD people and for our high energy, fiery heads and, just can't relax type of people, right? And then you got the other people who just can't seem to get the energy that they need to get through the day, right? So all of these things are affecting those endocrine systems, okay? Those endocrine organs. But it's also affecting all of the other organs, because if the endocrine system is your energy, right, then you don't have enough energy to give off to these dysfunctional organs for them to be able to heal itself in a more rapid progress. So what happens when you have these different things is it causes the body to be out of balance, you guys, period, point blank. When you have outside pathogens that come into your body, no matter how they come in, if you got external things that come into the body, they will throw the body off balance. They will disalign these four elements of your system. They would throw you off, okay? Now, if you're dealing with dysfunctional organs, if you're dealing with malnutrition and all that type of stuff, it really slows the body's ability to self-heal down. Okay, and it also these things could cause blood stagnation. So your blood's getting too thick, and it's getting, when it's too thick, that's putting too much pressure on your liver, too much pressure on your gallbladder. When it's getting too thick and it can't move, also that you may be suffering from oxygen in certain areas, your lungs primarily. You may be having brain fog, all kinds of stuff. Why? Because you got slow blood. It's thick blood. You need to stay away from the sugar, specifically the sugar, because that sugar is coagulating your blood. Okay, but there's other things also too that are helping that happen. And again, when you're talking about blood coagulation, that could be the root causes of that could be pathogenic, meaning external sources. When you're talking about internal things happening, it could be because you have dysfunctional organs or you're not eating the proper nutrition. Okay, so if you're having some external issues, you really need to get on things that will boost your immune to make sure that your immune system is supported. But how would you know that outside pathogens are getting into your body and that's what you're dealing with? Because that's what most of us is dealing with. This is not rocket science, you guys. You don't have to sit there and try to figure out which side of this you're on. You're on one or the other. You're on one or the other. It's not if you on, it's which one are you on. It's not an if. It's a where do you find yourself at. We are all in this somewhere, and we're all dealing with these in some form of fashion. And it mostly started from birth, because if you've been eating this food from birth, if your mama been eating this food from birth, if your mama been in this society since you were born in her stomach, then it's just a pass down. It's just a pass down of compromised immune system from mama to the children. From the father to the children, it's just a pass down, right? So not only are we passing down society's foods and society's processing mechanisms and society's education system and medical systems, and we're passing all that down to our children, but we're also passing down the eating habits that will continue to allow our future generations to have immune compromising, okay? And we're still passing down eating habits that will also continue for them to have compromised immune systems. So when you're talking about your children coming out, yes, no wonder they're already suffering from autism, and they're already suffering from asthma, and they're already suffering from multiple sclerosis, and they're already suffering from leukemia, and they're already suffering from all of these, baby diseases, right? And how can a baby get a disease when it's just fresh into the world? What has it undergone? What kind of metamorphosis has it undergone to have these immune changes happen in their body, to have these deficiencies happen? Because when you're getting these diseases, it's because one of these things has happened. Either you're not getting enough nutrition for bones and organs to form the way that they need to, or they can form in a dysfunctional way, right? The way they're not properly working. As soon as the baby come out, one of the lungs don't work, one of the kidneys don't work. You see what I'm saying? A heart valve don't work, or you know, you already got. Why? How is that possible? This is a brand new baby. Why? Because of the bad habits of the parents. And that's not going to change because of the bad habits of the society. Okay, so remember that these things are disrupting our immune system and our endocrine system, and so you're getting a situation to where you're getting two things being thwarted at the body, and one of them is affecting your vitality, your ability to have energy, and your ability to heal itself. Okay, and the other one is affecting your body's ability to be balanced. Now, if you can understand this video, you can see why they're wanting you to do so much stuff, and it's really all making us go in a different way, but in the wrong way towards health. You should not be closing down right now. You should be opening up your mind when it comes to health. You should be not zeroing in just on the medical industry and listening to the scientists and doing exactly what they're telling you to do. Now is a great opportunity to open up your mind about different modalities and different health solutions for yourself, you guys. Now is not a time to just follow directions. Now is the time to be free thinking, right? Free-minded, and take some of that responsibility back into your own hands. Okay, and that's all about growing your own food, and that's about researching what your body needs so that you can know thyself. And one of the greatest tools you can use, one of the greatest preventative medicine tools you can use for you and your family, is going to be to go out and get a free natal chart and go take it to somebody who can decipher it so that you can have the health roadmap that you need to keep yourself healthy, keep your immune system strong, and keep you and your family going for years and years and years to come. Now, I am an individual who have kind of broke the code. That's what I say. This, in my opinion, I have broke the code. I figured it out. I understood how the ancient people heal people. And it's through mathematical calculations. Some of them call it iatro mathematics, all right? Or in other words, medical astrology, okay? Some people use medical astrology in the wrong way because they're still too modern in their approach of, and it's too informational, and they really can't simplify it. You know, and when you get too caught in the weeds of degrees, this, that, and the third, sometimes you miss the real essence of what you really need to do and what you really need to give the person, because the person don't need to know all about conjunctive, that's for you researchers to understand. But when you have a client in front of you, they want to just know what is the root cause and what is the solution. And we can give that to you, man. And now in this day and time, you can go get a free natal chart reading. You don't have to worry about that. All you really have to do is come in and purchase the consultation, right? And when you go through that consultation, you're going to have everything health-wise that you can have to really have that at your disposal. And then you can start to chart your course on what you're going to do to reclaim your health back, put it back into your own hands. And again, I just kind of broke this down to you. You're either going to have external forces that you got to deal with, which means that your immune system needs to be more supported, more boosted, or you're going to have internal things happening that are being caused by either dysfunctional organs or the malnutrition that you're getting with your foods, okay? And so when you're doing internal and external, you can understand external things are going to come in and take the body off balance, right? Internal things are going to come in and really affect the energy and the body's ability to heal itself. Either way, either side you're on, we're going to be able to understand it and decipher it when dealing with the 4-element healing system, and we're going to get you back to where you need to be, all right? So I'm your homie HerbMan. Remember, you guys, as we continue to go further, our immune systems will continue to get compromised. This doesn't stop until you stop it. I love you guys. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Go tell somebody your homie HerbMan was on. And until next time. Love HerbMan.
Yo, 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 good people. Welcome to the HerbMan Show.